You already know what time it is. It's your boy DJ Richie Skye back with some tea, interviews, recaps, and more. And be sure to check the links in the description of this video for trips, for books, one-on-one sessions, and more. Now let's get into the tea.
Who authorized a change in that countdown music? I really would like to know who authorized that change. I did not authorize that change in my countdown music, and I really don't appreciate it either. Okay, StreamYard, I'm gonna have to write a letter. Don't make me have to call the manager. Okay, we in here.
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
Yes, we are back, y'all. We are back. Happy Friday. Yes, you made it to the chat. Chicago, you looking good, girl. Who else we got up in the building? It must have been Norman. I did not like that. I did not like that music. No. Hey, UK. I see you. Louisiana's in the building. Hey. It's snowing in Richmond? Oh, Lord, have mercy. That ain't that far away from us. You know I had to do it. You know I had to do it. Dallas, what's going on? St. Louis, Compton. No, I did not. Shout out to Dr. Heavenly. What's going on? Surprise, surprise. That music was a scheme that Todd set up, okay? And we talking about Candy today, so sorry, Todd. Sorry, Candy. We're gonna get into the tea in a minute. What's going on? Lake Norman, Savannah, Georgia. Oh Lord, did she pass? Oh Lord, no. Be more. Bethesda in the building. I see you right down the street. Fort Worth, Savannah. Thank you. Yes, please like the video. It's 225 people in the room right now. Go ahead and tap that like button, slap it, flip it, rub it down. Oh no. Hey, Devin, Daquan, London in the building. Hey, what's going on? Augusta, Georgia. Miami's in the house. Hit those likes on the way in, y'all. Hit those likes on the way in. Y'all, we here to have a good time and not stay for a long time. Y'all know how we do it. We greet our people who are in the building. And we worldwide up in here. We worldwide. Tampa's in the building. I see you. What's going on? VA, baby, VA. Memphis in the building. I see you too. Y'all, listen. Oh, shout out to, I don't know what day it will air. I will be joining Kempire this weekend on a video. I don't know if we're going to be live or not, but be sure to follow Kempire. That's my boy. That's my heart. I love him so much. He has been super supportive of me as I've been going through. So y'all make sure y'all are tapped in, tuned in. We're going to be talking and we're going to have a good old time getting down to the biz not eat. So let's get shout out to the Kempire. Love him. Yes. One of my favorite people. Okay, so let's get into this tea. All right. Hey, Shady but Classy, shouting out from South Carolina. I freaking love your channel. Thank you so much for the love and for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Okay, so let's talk about it. We got to get into this clip right here. This is Phaedra's grand finale. So honestly, y'all, I could do these types of videos. I could do them as pre-recorded videos. But to me, it's more fun to react when I'm reacting with you. So that's why I do these live. Even though this may be a quick video, I prefer to do this while we're watching it together. It just makes more sense to me as we do these sneak peeks. And I just give you this disclaimer as we go through it for those of you guys who may be new here. In order for me to react to the content in this way, it has to be transformative. So I have to talk a little bit in between what's happening on the action on screen. Okay. So that's just laying the groundwork for those of you guys who are new here. You know, I just want to make sure you have an understanding of why we do it the way that we do it. What's up, Queen B More in the building? Okay. Oh my God, 25 below. Oh Lord, that's cold. So this is the moment that Phaedra leaves Married to Medicine. Let's get into it. It's her and Dr. Jackie.
So I'm going to leave. I mean, why though?
Why? Girl, why you think? Did you not see the last episode?
Why can't you stay and just make everybody aware of the lack of support?
So what I think she's talking about is, you know, Phaedra, I think, is feeling like y'all supposed to be my group of friends. I'm on this show with y'all. Y'all are bringing around my ex, and it seems like y'all are rallying around my ex and his affiliation with the person that I am bringing to the group. Because whether or not Apollo was coming, personally, I think that Phaedra was going to bring Sheck down to the trip because last season she didn't bring nobody. And I feel like in order for her to meet the obligations of filming, she probably felt the need to bring the young tenderoni down there with her. And it just so happened that Apollo is now invited, which ups the ante on the mess. That's what I think happened. But I could be wrong. I don't know.
And how to move forward.
Well, you know, some people can be played with, but I'm not one of them.
So if Dr. Jackie wants Phaedra to tell the group that she doesn't feel supported by them, I just don't see how they would receive that positively, because the group likely feels that Phaedra has been on the show on their platform and has really not provided the level of drama / chaos / whatever it is that she needed to bring, versus, because that's been everybody's feedback. Phaedra had been there and just was and brought some fabulous fashions. So it did look like at least Phaedra was making maybe more of an attempt to be integrated, similar to Quad, bringing her man around this season, because the people last season was saying, well, Quad don't have a man, this, that, and the third. Quad has now brought her man around. Phaedra is following suit with Sheck, I'm assuming, in some capacity, fulfilling the obligations. That's the way I feel. And I feel like Sheck was just a willing, warm body. That's what I feel like.
I don't play with these type of mean girls. So yeah, so I'm gone.
This group does not.
Now listen to this statement right here. This is what I personally have been noticing over the past few years of Married to Medicine. Phaedra is going to sum it up right now.
This group does not allow anyone new to survive. If everybody new that comes in, they treat them poorly.
We could go down the list of new people that never made it past a season on this show. Now, whether you like Phaedra or you don't, that's not the question here. What she is saying, though, is technically the truth. New people have a hard time surviving on this show. I don't know if it's the cast. I don't know if it's production, but for some unknown reason, go back through the seasons and you will see person after person, new person after new person, they don't last long. Why? Why is that? What is the pattern? Why didn't Audra stay on the show? Audra was a good addition to the show. Audra was perfect. Why didn't she make it? Why didn't they ask her back? She was even, I think she even had a baby. Audra was a perfect addition. Dr. Alicia, I personally feel like she should have been given another opportunity. A lot of y'all agree about Audra. What happened? Why? What was the reason? Now she chest bump. But at the end of the day, didn't Toya mush her upside the head? Allegedly, I don't know. It looked like Toya mushed her, but maybe she did not. Maybe it was self-defense at that point. But whatever the case was, you know, at the end of the day, I just feel like I didn't feel like Audra was boring. You felt like Audra was boring? Or you talking about Dr. Alicia? I didn't feel like Dr. Alicia was boring. I felt like she just wasn't given an opportunity. I think Dr. Heavenly even said it herself. There were moments where she did speak up a lot, but she was edited down. So we don't know whether or not Dr. Alicia was boring or not. When I interviewed her, I didn't get boring from her. I just got that she was, you need at least a season to get acclimated. I felt the same about Buffy. I did. I felt like Buffy was a great addition when she was on the show. She had it. Period. She had it. She had conflict that was organic, that was real with Dr. Jackie. I felt like, you know, it was a situation that felt honest. It felt truthful. It didn't feel forced. It felt like she was really upset. She was really upset. Dr. Jackie really felt some type of way about her back. Give me the real, and I feel like we can get back to the business of what makes this show so great. I'm gonna play it again in case you just missed it.
This group does not allow anyone new to survive. If everybody new that comes in, they treat them poorly.
So I'm gonna go catch my jet that's been waiting for me.
Phaedra, you so extra. Who says that? Y'all, child, I gotta go. I gotta go catch my jet. I'm gonna see y'all later. Norman, come take over. Can you imagine? I guess she said, you know what? Y'all done played with me long enough, and I'm gonna give y'all an exit that y'all can't get. Okay? Y'all gotta go down to the Key West. Y'all gotta go down to the Hilton Head. I take private jets. We on two different pages. Not Portia sent the jet. Don't make me call Portia. Phaedra said, you know what? Don't call me a Uber. Call me a jet, baby. Call me a jet. Jet set Phaedra. I ain't mad at it either, Auntie Eva. I'm not mad at it. Come on with it. Come on with it.
I think that these ladies are just stuck in their little four-ring circus.
Now, she said 4-ring circus. Who is in the 4 rings? The rings of power, okay? Who do you think she's talking about? Because she specifically said 4-ring circus. The actual saying is 3-ring circus. When you know that phrase, the actual phrase is 3-ring circus. So if I'm using my, if I'm pretending to be Fred, what's his name? Fred on Scooby-Doo? Who was that? Who was the blonde man on Scooby-Doo? I just like the way he was dressed. Anyway, if I'm that person and I'm trying to figure out who she talking about, because the saying again is 3-ring circus. If she says 4-ring circus, which 4 people she talking about? Freddie, that was his name. I don't want to be Shaggy. Shaggy was dressed like he was like, I mean, he was going, I want to be dressed like Freddie. Anyway, okay, so a lot of y'all saying, okay, so some people are saying that, some people saying these 4, some people say these 4, some people say these 4, these 4. Who is Elaine? Okay, like let me be the fine person. Girl, I don't know. You know, we'll digress faster than I mean, we'll just go downhill, down the rabbit hole. Okay.
You really want to leave like this, though?
I do.
Okay, bravo to the editors for this shot right here. Bravo to the editors. If I am a director of cinematography, which I am now christening myself, I will give myself a job. Okay, as director of cinematography, look at this scene. Look at this scene.
So, I do.
I love it. This is so Passions. This is so Falcon Crest. This is so Young and the Restless. Watch this, the way they edited this. It's magic.
Circus.
Phaedra, you really want to leave like this, though?
I do.
Okay.
Oh my God, that is
Well, you have
there. That is cinematic. And then Dr. Jack is still trying to, you know, be nice to her, and Phaedra just ignoring her.
have a safe trip.
She said, "Have a safe trip." Phaedra didn't even say nothing.
You have a safe trip.
Oh my God. What bag is that? Is that a Goyard bag he got on? Somebody let me know in the chat. Is it Goyard? And again, this is cinema right here. Dr. Jackie just left there sitting. Oh, you sure you want to leave like this, Phaedra? I do.
I knew Phaedra would be upset, but I didn't think she would leave. I thought that she would come back and come back stronger.
Why? Why would you think she would do that?
I do not think that we are a group of mean girls. I think we're a group of honest girls.
Okay, let's analyze that statement. She says, "I do not think that we are a group of mean girls." Okay, let's break that down. Are they a group of mean girls? I will let you answer the question, but I'll tell you what I think. I think that in their attempts to, let me look at, if I'm going to look at I'm going to look at these as separate situations. When I look at some of the ladies' attempts to sort of poke at Phaedra to get a reaction out of her, that comes across as a group of mean girls poking at someone. When I think about the treatment of Sweet Tea, it is coming across as though you are mean girls. When you were kicking Quad off the group trip, that comes across like mean girls. Whether you feel like you're being honest or not, honesty is each one of you having had a one-on-one conversation with Quad and airing out your grievances and allowing her the opportunity to either respond or to not respond. But when you make it a communal thing and you basically have her come out to a group trip and then kick her off, that feels mean. Okay. Then the following season, Phaedra didn't give y'all enough of what everybody wanted. Okay. That we can all probably agree with. But in this season, continuously kind of poking and prodding at her to get her to work feels ultimately, and then inviting Apollo, whether she liked it or not, and then with the whole situation unraveling and everybody questioning whether or not Phaedra knew about Shek and Apollo, when Phaedra is the person that you guys are supposed to be friends with, that will look like mean girl behavior to the person. You know, the way that if Sweet Tea and Dr. Heavenly get into it, Sweet Tea is treated as though she is the aggressive, egregious, low-end person when they're both going at it. Is that feels like mean girl behavior. Thinking back to pushing Mariah out, however that happened, the result is that you all look like mean girls. So when we look back at the patterns, it looks like mean girl behavior. Now, I'm not calling you that. I'm telling you that this is why Phaedra is responding the way that she's responding, and it's why she said what she said.
And strong debaters, Phaedra's just got it wrong. She missed it. They didn't have that question on the bar.
And even that comment right there, she missed it. They didn't have that question on the bar. It's kind of like that. It's kind of a jab at Phaedra and her profession to a certain degree, even though it was wrapped in, I wish she wouldn't have left. She's wrong. She missed it. They didn't have that question on the bar. I mean, even that is like a dart as Phaedra is dipping out. And don't mistake me for thinking that Phaedra comes with her own set of problems. And I think we can all agree with that. But the way they went about handling it, I felt like it gives a, coupled with everything else with the stuff with Sweet Tea, it all just feels mean.
You just have to be strong enough to hang out with this group.
My question then, was Quad strong enough to hang out with y'all last year? Was that her problem? I don't think that was the problem with Quad. And we saw her get escorted out of there. But I think that Dr. Jackie is unable to clearly see what we see, unfortunately. And maybe it's because they're in it.
It is what it is.
All right. And the rest of this is mainly just Phaedra, boarding her private jet as she exits stage left, never to be seen by those folks ever again. Okay? Never again. No, he left with her. Hold on. Let me go back so you can see it. He leaves with her. See, he's right there. That they left together, allegedly. So that's the end of Phaedra on. Okay. Shek came out the winner in this situation. Well, he might have lost some friends in Shireen and Apollo, but you know, they not together no more. So I don't, you know, I don't know what to say about that. Better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all, as I say all the time. Anyway, so that's that with Phaedra on Married to Medicine. You know, now that Phaedra is gone, what else is gonna be new? You know, we know that the stuff happens with Dr. G and King. Is there anything? I mean, are you looking forward to anything else on the show at this point, moving forward? You know, I'm interested to see what happens as things play out. See how is all this going to play out? Um, you know, because whether you like her or not, Phaedra is TV gold. So maybe we'll see more from Dr. Mimi and her husband. I like them a lot. But do I count on them lasting longer than the season? I really don't. I don't. If they bring them back, I would be happy. If they didn't, I wouldn't be surprised. We'll probably cycle someone else in, and you know, I don't know. You know, somebody who's not being cycled back in. Candy girl, you're all my world. But she's not in the world of Real Housewives no more. So Candy was on the Sherry Shepherd show. Shout out to, first of all, I want to shout out Mr. Housewives for posting that clip of Married to Medicine. Shout out to Mr. Housewives. Go follow Mr. Housewives. I'll put the link in the description. Secondly, we want to shout out to Jasmine Brand. Okay, so let's get into this. Candy, on whether she'd ever return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, she says she really doesn't see it right now. You know, she is very focused on living her best life. You know, what do I think about that? I think that Candy leaving the show was probably the best thing for her. I think that I would rather see Candy on another season of Escape and maybe even working with another R&B group. Like, I don't know what would be another good. I'm trying to think of another R&B group they could partner with outside of SWV. SWV was good, but I feel like, you know, SWV is like I think that they were traumatized by what happened on that show. And I think that I would like to see Escape again. Where's Latasha right now? You know, where it and maybe we could see Candy working with her own girl group. Maybe that is what elevates them. So we see Escape maybe trying to work through their issues on mentoring this new group. I don't know. I was trying to think of another R&B group that, you know, some of the ones I was thinking have had members that have passed, like Brownstone. I was thinking about 702. I was thinking about TLC. I was even thinking about Total, but I felt like Total would have to get Pam back on board. Pam is very much into not being a mainstream R&B artist, last we heard. So that would be difficult. Maybe In Vogue, but I don't think that they are about In Vogue. I don't feel like they about any drama at all. Like I don't feel like In Vogue want no drama. No drama. Like I just thought about that because Maxine just rejoined In Vogue. So I wouldn't mind seeing something like that. But again, I don't think In Vogue is going to be about that drama. Now, that could be fun. That could be interesting. Shamari, the twins, and Keely or seeing 3LW get back together. I don't think Candy is boring. I felt like Candy was an anchor for the show. She was her story was real. She reacted very honestly, and I felt like you were always getting, whether she was feeling something or not, you got what she was going to give, and that was all she was going to do. She wasn't going to do no extra, and if she felt extra, you was going to get it that day. And I felt like that's what we want more of. Personally, she gave her family life. She gave all, everything going on with her restaurants. She gave, I felt like she gave a lot to that show. True, they don't have I can't say that. I feel like 3LW has more drama than they do hits. I don't think that they will ever really resolve it, but there is still that element of Notori and Adrian having gotten back together and they're cool, but Keely is still on the outs. Could that be worked through? This is a good idea. Now, this is a good idea. Especially in light of I would say they're probably free from their previous situation to be able to do something. Kenny interviewed me on GMA in 19. She is so chill. Yeah, Candy is very, very chill. She is a very chill person. So I don't know. I just feel like Candy would be better served on a show that is based with her group, because that to me is more, I want to see something different. And I'm looking for something different. So I think that Danity Kane would be an excellent choice for them to try to work with, to put something back together again. Like, who would work? I think that Dawn would work. I think that Aubrey would come back to work. I think that Candy could maybe convince D Woods to come back to work. Shannon may come back to work. I don't think we would get Andrea. I think Andrea is very much, I'm like, girl, leave me alone. I want to be with my family and my man. So I don't know. They didn't sign the deal. Oh, Lord have mercy. Well, I don't know. I was just trying to think of another girl group that they could partner with, because I do think that would be good to see. And maybe because they did go on tour with Total and with 702, even though those two groups are down 2 members, we know that the sister in 702 is still feisty. We saw that on the encore. We know that. Did Mila do R&B Divas from 702? And we know that I don't know much about the two ladies left from Total, but we know that they have interesting lives. So that could be fascinating to see them put on a tour with them. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. When I saw them all in concert, Total without Pam was what they slayed it. Total slayed it. Now theirs wasn't up there with like it won't. What Tiny say? Our stuff is up. I mean, from floor to bottom. It won't up as much as SWV and Escapes, but it was up. Okay. I ain't even feel like I was missing Pam, to be quite honest with you. And that's no shade to you, Pam. All I'm saying is them two girls and they dancers and their DJ, they turned it out, especially when Who Do You Love came on with their feature with LL. When they did that, and that audience went bananas. Okay, that went bananas. Chloe, do you mean Real Housewives of Atlanta? Which ladies was worse with Phaedra, Married to Medicine, or Real Housewives of Atlanta? That's a hard question to answer. I don't know. I don't think she fit with Married to Medicine anyway, so I feel like it just don't make sense. It never made sense. But it was a fabulous idea, but it just didn't work. Yes, Irish passed away from 702. No, so they're performing. They're still performing. They performed on the tour with SWV and Escape. They performed on that tour. They were on that tour. Now, to me, they needed a little more. They needed something. They needed something. The 702 needed something. I don't know what was different with Total, and they only had 2 people, but something was real. It was something was lacking in, and I guess it could still be that they are still in mourning, but if you are still putting on a show, I just felt like they left off some hits too. Like they didn't perform Star. Like that's how you not gonna 702. That was one of y'all. That was a hit. It was an underrated hit, but it was a hit, and they didn't perform it. So they still out there, they still performing, but to me, they just Star. That's the song. Oh Lord, no. Oh Lord. Rest in peace. Oh. Oh Lord. Yeah, they are still performing. So maybe it could be a combination of getting these girls back together to do something else and then putting them on the show to give them that level of shine. Somebody call Candy, Don, Juan, and the people so we can get this show on the road. We can get this thing popping today. Okay, we can get this thing popping today. Somebody get Andy and the camera. I don't even need no credit for it. Okay, just put it on the air so I have something to watch. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all today. Make sure it's Friday. Make sure you guys get out and do something. Enjoy life as best you can. Life is short, as we see. So make sure you guys are in the business of doing things as the living. Okay. Because again, like I said, life is short. So you just never know. With that being said, I will catch y'all in the next video. I love y'all.